How's it going? Welcome to the channel. So today I'm just bombing around on my little stealth bomber style e-bike here. We're gonna go explore like some forested areas by my house I haven't been able to explore yet because I've been reviewing mostly small batteries, but this one's got a 75 amp hour 72 volt battery, so huge massive battery. So let's just get going. So before we jump on, let's just talk about the specs a little bit if you haven't seen my other videos. So it was marketed as a 20 kilowatt bike, but it came as a 12 kilowatt bike. I bought a Bluetooth dongle for the far driver controller, and I was able to get it up to about 16 kilowatts. It does have the QS273 motor. It's the 2.5T, means it's high top speed, low torque. So it'll go about 75 miles an hour. It came with like the super dinky little brakes, and I ended up putting these 4-piston Deeps brakes I got off of Amazon on there. I'll have a link to those in the description if you're interested. And besides that, what else did I change? I put new handlebars on. I brought the handlebars back by just using this Sur-Ron mount here. I took the display off completely because it was just ugly and just trash. And I just added a voltmeter here just to track my state of charge. And if I want to know my speed, I just do a phone mount and just use my phone. I put on some new pedals there just for looks. And I just threw on these cheap fenders, so I have some water protection. That's the headlight it came with. There's no turn signals or anything like that. This is a single speed, and it comes with adjustable rear suspension, and then also adjustable front forks. Got these KKE forks, kind of your standard, electric dirt bike forks. So I want to say I paid about $3,000 for it off Alibaba. That's shipped to my house, and then I put in another maybe $500, if that, into it. Oh yeah, I also got this comfort seat here. It's kind of dorky looking, but it is really comfortable. The bike comes with this mount. It also comes with like an e-moto style mount that you can put on. I had it on for a little bit, but it was just too uncomfortable. It kind of leans forward a little bit. It's just weird. So I put this one on. This one works really good. So before we get riding, I just want to take a minute here to thank everyone who subscribed to me. It was my goal this year to hit 10,000 subscribers, and I actually hit that on New Year's Eve. So just in the nick of time. I'm going to be making some changes to my channel this year. I want to get to 50K. So I want to go from 10 to 50. It's a 40K gain in 1 year, which is, pretty ambitious. But I think if I make a few changes to my channel, add a little bit different, and you're going to be seeing this mug from now on instead of doing a faceless thing. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now. Help me get to that 50K goal. Yeah, let's go. Alrighty, let's go. Supposed to clear up here pretty soon, and it's going to be like 80 degrees at the end of December. Not too shabby. So just to give you a little bit of background, I bought this on Alibaba. It was marketed as a 20 kilowatt bike, which is total horseshit. When I got it, it was actually right around 12 kilowatts. Which is pretty fast, but definitely not 20 kilowatts. So I went in, I tuned it the best I could with the controller. The controller is not going to be able to handle 20 kilowatts. Neither is the battery. But I researched the battery cells. I can't remember where they were, but I'll put it on the screen right here. But I calculated it, and basically, I think right around 16 kilowatts is the max I can do. So I tuned it at that, and then I can't remember how many amps I'm running. I can put it here. So basically, these things use far driver controllers when they ship. So all you really need to do is buy a Bluetooth dongle on Amazon. There'll be a link in the description, and then you can tune it however you want. So I just kind of went in and messed with the throttle control, like put it to sport mode. Obviously I increased the line amps and then increased the phase amps quite a bit. Now you can see I'm full throttling it. It is taking off like a little rocket, but it doesn't have that kind of torque where you're gonna like power wheelie or anything like that, because with these hub motors, well, at least the QS, I'm sure there's a lot to hub motors that I don't know. There's internally geared, whatever. This is direct drive, but there's these different ratings, 2.5T, 4T, 5T, and so on. So the lower the T level, like this is 2.5T, the higher the top speed and the lower the torque you're going to get. Here, really quick, this is going uphill. Oh, it's just smoking this hill like nothing. Okay, cool. Damn, this thing's fast. I should have put my friggin' phone on here so I can see what speed I'm going. That was a mistake. Now, I haven't ridden around here before outside of my neighborhood on something like this. I don't know how the cops are out here in Montgomery, Texas, compared to where I was in Houston. In Houston, they did not give two shits, but I don't know how they're going to be out here, so we'll find out. By this nowadays, the cops are, they're not dumb. They know what these things are. This thing has pedals, yes, but you take one look at it. This is a motorcycle. It's not a friggin' e-bike, and I'm just hauling ass. Probably going over 50 miles an hour right now. Yeah, these pedals aren't fooling anyone. Where was I? Oh yeah. So this is a 2.5T, so it'll go like 75 miles an hour. It's got a legit like 80 to 100 miles of range depending on how you're riding it. My setup right now is I don't have power modes. There's no 3-mode switch or anything like that. This thing is so fast though. Oi! This road's bumpy. But anyways, 2.5T means, I'm pretty sure it means, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it means like the internal motor, something in there, will turn 2.5 times for each rotation of the wheel, right? Whereas, like say a 5T will turn 5 times for each single rotation of the wheel, like 360 degrees, something like that. That could be wrong, but so the 5Ts can generate a way more torque. Like you can power really just rip on these 5T motors, but they only go like 40 something miles an hour, 40, 50 or something like that, right? Now what I wish I would have gone with the 4T, because I don't care about being able to go 75 miles an hour because I'm never going to do it, but I would like to reach like 50, 55, you know? And I think with the 4T you can easily reach 55 miles an hour. But then you get all that just torque and acceleration. The fun factor's increased a lot. Oh, 20 miles an hour speed limit right here. Scotts Ridge, Sam Houston National Forest. So it's pretty cool having the National Forest just right next to my house. So my camera just died. So I guess we're going 360 for the rest of the way. I didn't check the charge state before I left like an idiot. But this little boat launch is a public boat launch to get into Conroe, Lake Conroe. You got people out here fishing. Yeah, let's keep going down the main road and see if we can't get like into the National Forest and find some like side roads and stuff. Kind of paranoid, it's so bumpy, I'm worried about my camera falling off. Yeah, so if I had to do it again, I would definitely go with the 4T instead of getting the 2.5T. I didn't know anything, when I ordered this, I really didn't know a whole lot about hub motors. I've done like builds with Surons and stuff like that, and also like, you know, did a Razor build, but those are all like, you know, center drive motors. Yeah, what I want to do soon is I'm going to do a, I don't know what I'm going to do, some kind of custom build. I think what I'm going to do is take one of these, I got a bunch of moped style e-bikes right now. I think I'm going to take one of them with the biggest, you know, like triangle inside there, and then I'm going to build like a little sleeper, because this thing like stands out right here. But those moped style e-bikes, you know, they just look like regular little e-bikes. They're usually 750 watts and they're limited to like, you know, 28 miles an hour normally. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get like a 72 volt battery, you know, probably maybe like 40 amp hours or something like that. High output, obviously. And then I'm going to pair that with a, I think, a QS205 4T motor on 20-inch wheels. That will be torquey as all hell. I might even do like a 96 volt. I think the higher voltage batteries might pair better with these hub motors, especially the higher T versions, because then you can get a higher top speed out of the higher voltage without sacrificing the torque. So I might try doing something like that. Anyways, like do a full build on one of these, make like a cool little sleeper. Actually, that is what I'm gonna do. So stay tuned. I did do a range test on this, and I think I got like, I want to say 80 miles, or close to 80 miles. But the thing is, like, I realized I was riding on half inflated tires. So, you know, this has a 75 amp hour battery, 72 volts. Is that a cop? Let's see what he does. He just ignored me. Okay, great. I'm not going all that fast, and I'm on the side of the road, so I don't think it's going to do anything. One thing I do love about this bike is you have zero range anxiety. I've been wanting to go explore this area around my house, you know, get into the forest and stuff, but all the bikes I've been reviewing lately are, you know, have been just your standard small battery kind of e-bikes. So when I bought this, I had to make some changes, obviously, because the brakes it came with were these dinky little, you know, dual piston brakes. They were terrible. This thing weighs like over 200 pounds, and it had like mountain bike brakes on it, like literally mountain bike brakes, which is really dumb. So I just upgraded them with some 4-piston deeps They seem to be working well. They can lock up the wheels. Whoa, shit, that's kind of scary. This thing's hauling ass around the corner. If you go that way, it goes around the lake. And I think this way probably leads to, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hopefully it leads into the national forest over here. You know, it's interesting. The other day I saw two bald eagles mating. They locked talons and they're like diving towards the ground and like spinning around. It was pretty cool. You wouldn't think there'd be bald eagles in Texas, but I've seen a few of them now. One of the interesting things about this forest is I think bears are native to this forest, but they're extinct here. I think they're trying to do some repopulation efforts and stuff. The only predators are, you know, like smaller cats. There is some mountain lions and cougars, but even though populations are a little sparse. So you do have like I think a really large deer population, black-tailed deer in here. Oh, these are nice properties. A nice little ride. Not sure if that was a cop or it looked like maybe one of those a former police vehicle that gets sold off. Hope we see some deers or something. Yeah, this definitely has kind of a more of a motorcycle type feel to it than an e-bike, obviously. Ooh, we got some twisties. Yeah, I notice a lot of motorcycles come out here to ride because of these twisties. It's like one of the only places around here in Houston where you get a little bit of hills and some twisties. It's fun to ride, you know. Most of the area is kind of flat, gritty, like not grit, but grid, G-R-I-D. One thing about these type of bikes, at least this one, I know it looks kind of like a dirt bike, but it's definitely not a dirt bike. This is a road machine. You don't want to take this off-road. One, it doesn't have the torque because of the 2.5. I guess you could get the higher torque to 5T, but I think if you wanted to ride something like this off-road, you wouldn't want to get the because this is a QS 273. I think it's like the highest end type of QS motor, and it's a 5 kilowatt. It's heavy, very, very heavy. So you might, if you really wanted to go off-road, you can get like a 5T, but I'll go with like the QS 205 because I think when you compare them head-to-head, the acceleration and torque between the 5Ts in each version, they feel very similar. I think the heat control and stuff like that's way better on the 273, but just don't over-tune it because then because it's too heavy back there to be, you know, to be able to maneuver very well off-road. But if you had the 205, I think the 205 is like 20 pounds lighter or something like that. So then you get pretty similar performance, and it's cheaper. I think these motors run around $600 or something. Wow, what a fun ride! I don't like going over. There's a lot of these little. Yeah, that one was kind of scary because I don't mind going over those dirt brakes when it's straight, but that was on a curve, so I had to be careful right there. I don't want to hit some gravel. Whoa! Oop, didn't see the stop sign. Oh, this road's kind of janky. Ooh, it's actually a little spooky over here. Kind of dark. I feel like some Sasquatch is going to come out and get you. Sure is fun though. I think I'm too fast for cougars. Could surprise them though. You know, I know this seat looks like pretty damn dorky, but it is very comfortable. Hidden Forest Road. Let's go this way. I brought my phone, right? Yeah, okay. In case I get lost, I can use GPS to get me back home. Got some interesting oaks kind of mixed in with these pines. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's all just like super dense kind of forest. Huh, where am I? Hidden Forest Estates. Hey, I'm gonna go back the other direction because this kind of looks like it's getting into residential. I want to get deeper into the forest. Oh yeah. So anyways, I want to add a 3-mode switch on here. I think, you know, there's these turn signals that do nothing. I'm not sure if they even do anything. What's that, hiking over there? Oh, that'd be scary as crap to hike in this place. I'd be worried about getting eaten by a mountain lion. Jeez, this is like pretty dense forest. All right, that's what I turned off last time. Now I do want to get like a nice off-road build going. I have this other bike. It's a whole nother story. Hunk of junk. Total waste of money and time. But I want to see if I can't turn it into something like an off-road machine. Maybe I could just reuse like the battery and motor for something else. I don't know. But that frame, the geometry, Yeah, it all sucks. All right, where are we here? Oh, I think I know where I'm at actually. Okay, so this is more of like a main highway road. Probably more likely to encounter police on this road. But let's just kind of go up here and see what's up here. Yeah, that's like a hiking. Oh, it's like a hiking trail. I wonder if we can bike there. Doubt it. It's like there's some more hiking inlets there. It's weird. I thought this was all like national forest over here, but I am seeing like houses and properties and stuff. Maybe you have to go further in. I'm not sure. I wonder if these trailheads where you can you bike in here? Let's see what the rules say. This is hiker trail. Probably not. I know there's like some ATV and dirt bike trails and stuff around somewhere, but I think they're kind of far. Well, kind of more of the same. Makes for a really fun ride, but I don't think it's very interesting content, so hey, I'm going to call it there. Thanks for watching to the end, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.